Everybody, let's get started. Welcome to Stunned and Confused, a podcast about Marvel Champions, the card game. I'm your host, Jesse, or Krautbammer, and I'm joined, as always, by my friend, my co-host, the dense form to my solar beam. Joe, how are you tonight?
I'm doing lovely. How are you?
I'm doing good, and for the second time in the show's history, we have a very special guest with us tonight. You know him as the host from the Winning Hand podcast. He is a founding father of MCDC. He's the Paul Bettany to my Elizabeth Olsen. He is the intangible form to my solar beam. BoomGuy, how are you tonight?
Well, that was quite the introduction. I loved all of that. I love that we both play off of solar beam. Very, very well done, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. So we're doing a hero shallow splash tonight, which is what we call our hero deep dives, since me and Joe anyway, are incapable of doing a deep dive. But a man of your status should be able to do a deep dive and bring some heat to this podcast tonight.
I'm hoping to bring the gravitas that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm here to have a good time. You said we were going to talk about Vision, so I was like, I'm there. Just tell me the time, and I'm in anytime.
Yeah, I was a little worried reaching out to you. I was like, well, do you want to be like, pigeonholed into that, like typecast as the Vision guy, like say the line, Bart, and it's like Vision's good, but we really appreciate you coming on to talk some Vision with us.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I've been listening to you guys, I think almost since you started. I don't remember where I saw you guys first. Maybe I was on Discord, but yeah, I started listening very early on. I enjoy the podcast. It's a good time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Friend of the show. I'm going to say it from now on.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah. So before we get into the show itself, every show, like you said, you've listened. So every show I give Joe or Joe gives me a flavor text from a card. We call it Flavor Town. Mm-hmm. And you said that you've got one prepared for both of us.
Oh, yeah. This is like one of my favorite segments each time. I love the quotes you come up with, and I love the dumbfound silence that Joe provides often.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It's great radio. It's enthralling, and I just want to be
that
part
burns.
of it.
Well, but before we get to Flavor Town, I think Joe, this hasn't come. This is a couple episodes ahead, but Joe, you need to give a public apology to the folks because 2 episodes ago, you had a flavor text that said Wiley and you pronounced it Willie.
Willie?
And confused me and Star-Lord of Thunder so bad that I was like, are you talking about like Willie Nelson here? And then people on Reddit were just roasting you.
About man, they were tearing me a new one.
Oh no.
So he's been fired from flavor text for a while. So we had to bring
my family, friends, everybody.
We had to bring BoomGuy on to do the flavor text now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy to do it. I love this part of the show.
Well, sweet. Take it away.
Hey everybody, I'm Guy Fieri and we're rolling out looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives.
This trip, it's a first-class ticket to Flavortown International.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Actually,
I'll go first.
God.
I was going to say you should go first. Okay,
Wow.
So the flavor text is no.
This is Defiance.
Oh, dang.
Dang.
I knew that one too.
Don't lie, Joe. Don't lie to
All
the
right.
people. Come on, dude. This is a Shang-Chi quote. Defiance, zero cost event.
Yeah, famous Shang-Chi quote. This is one of my favorite flavor texts in the entire game, so I've referenced it many times on our show. But yeah, no, good one. Okay, Joe, I will give you one.
Hesitation. Oh my God.
I'll give you one that's also easy, Joe. Are you ready?
Oh, great. Now I'm going to make it.
Okay. On your feet, soldier.
Ooh.
Oh, I think Captain America, but oof.
I mean,
have a
go with your
guess.
gut, buddy. You're right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is it really? Okay. It's
Yeah.
just, okay.
It's a
Wow.
Captain America aggression ally. The
Okay.
one that readies a
the newer
shield.
one, right?
Yeah. It readies a shield. Or someone with a
Okay.
shield trait. Yeah.
Well, that's a
Look at
great quote from him, too.
2 for 2. Love that.
Oh God. Okay.
That flavor text matches with the theme of the card, too, as it readies something. Is that what you said it does?
It readies
Yeah, it readies
someone
a
with a
shield.
shield trait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's like literally him helping Bucky up, as he does something.
Yeah, or anybody with S.H.I.E.L.D. Both of them, I love flavor text. I'm a big flavor text believer. I talk about it all the time on the show, but I love when it speaks to the card, right? So like no very much speaks to the card, and so does On Your Feet Soldier. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, Defiance, he's like catching a fist in his hand. It's the sassiest no you've ever heard. It's just like, no, straight up not happening today.
No, this is not going to happen. No one's catching those hands.
Yeah. Defiance is probably one of my favorite protection events. It may be my favorite.
Wow, okay.
Do you have a hot take on protection events?
One of my low-key favorites is Muster Courage. Which is a 3-cost event that you can play if you're an Avenger, and it gives tough cards out equal to the stage number of the villain.
Oh,
that's a deep cut.
Yeah,
that's an older one.
That's that winning hand deep cut, folks. That's why he's the gold standard. We've
been around for a while. We've looked at a lot of cards. We haven't actually looked at this one, but it's a super fun card. I don't remember when it came out. That's actually a good question. That came out with Ant-Man. Yeah, so there you go. I just looked it up.
So it's 3 cost, and you can hand out up to 3 status cards?
Correct. Yeah, you give X-friendly characters a tough status card where X is equal to the villain stage number. So if you're playing on Expert, you could give out 2 or 3.
Well, hold on. Is it capped? Because I'm thinking Apocalypse like 4 or 5.
It says to a maximum of 3 characters.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Joe, do you have a quick thought on your favorite protection event?
Ooh.
God, which one's got Daredevil on it again? I can't remember.
you just talked about it. Perseverance.
Perseverance, yeah.
Oh, that's a really good one, too.
I like
if it's got Daredevil on it, Joe's there.
It's probably 100%. My favorite, yeah.
Also, Perseverance is an awesome one for the hero we're talking about today.
Oh,
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Segway.
I like Perseverance. I also love that I joined your show and we started a tangent. I'm like famous for just going on random tangents in the podcast. Well, I'll just stop and say like, "Who's your favorite Pokemon?" or whatever, because it comes up.
What's your favorite Celine Dion song? Go. No,
man, I don't
There's
think
only
I know
one,
any.
Right?
I just only did one. Yeah,
it's just the Titanic one. I thought
it's just the Titanic.
Well, our show is probably 90% tangent, so you're in welcome company here.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Okay. But before we get started, thank you for the amazing flavor towns. Those were great.
Yeah, it was great.
Want to talk through the news real quick. They did a live stream gameplay. Did any of y'all catch it?
I did not. They always seem to do those when people are at work.
Yeah.
So, no.
I started
I might.
But I haven't finished it yet.
You went back and watched some of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't do it live. Oh, are you asking if I did it live? No, I didn't do it live. I was just
kind of letting Discord watch it for me. People were going to just tell me what's happening.
Tell you the good stuff.
It was a Thunderbolts, right? They played?
Yeah. I don't even know which Thunderbolt, Joe. Do you?
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, yeah, they said that there was going to be some new news before PAX, which is in late November. So I know that's not a super big announcement, but apparently we should be getting some more articles before late November. So hooray for that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the delay has messed up the schedule, right? Because generally I think we should have gotten the box in September.
Yeah.
And then you would think we would get the 2 hero packs in November. So I don't know if the delay to October pushes that November date. I bet it doesn't. I bet they're still coming out in November. So we will get articles for the 2 heroes that are upcoming soon.
Yeah, that's good speculation. We're going to be swamped with content through October, which is good because just in time for a certain con that is happening in October, if I'm not mistaken.
Segway!
You guys are awesome at segues. Yeah, we have MCDC coming up in the late October, 24th to 26th. If you were curious about it, if you haven't heard about it yet, mcdc.fun is the website. I didn't know that .fun was a domain, but that's a new thing now. So you can check it out. We have tons of stuff there. There will be lots of print and play content, custom content. If you're watching this, we are into reveal season, so there are 4 content creators that are helping us kind of show off some of the custom stuff we've made for the con.
Very cool.
The Charred Gambit is first. Then we have Solo Marvel Champion, the Marvel Champions podcast, and the Alter Ego Chronicle. So they're going to be showing off cards and stuff we designed that we'll give away to the attendees, and then we'll be on print and play for everybody else.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm super jealous. I can't make it to the DC area, but you guys sold out like 2 weeks flat,
Instantly.
right?
It seemed
Yeah,
pretty fast.
it was like 10 days to it was very, very fast. But we're already planning for next year, hoping to grow it. So, there will be another one, and we're going to have more time to plan, and we'll let people know what's happening. It did exceed our expectations for the first year, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounded like it was, you guys started it off because, the regular Con of Heroes was packed to the gills too. So there's obviously appetite for more Marvel Champions cons. And then that was doubled down on when you guys came out with tickets and they were sold out. So
yeah, we really thought like we got a venue that holds up to 100, and we thought, maybe we'll sell 50 and that'll be cool. We'll just like have some people. And then 50 were gone in like 3 days, and we were like, okay, I guess we'll just open up the other 50, and then they're gone. So we're packed to capacity, up to fire code. We just can't fit anymore. So
come on, bring the marshal in. You can put more in there.
We're gonna put some tables in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There you go. Well, very cool. Well, I almost can guarantee that's going to be a smashing success. So hopefully look forward to getting there next year.
It'd be great
joining
to have
you guys, joining you guys in DC. So very exciting. All right, if that's it for the news segment, let's move on to what we've played recently. BoomGuy, as our esteemed guest, you want to talk about any particular games you played recently?
Yes, I have been playing a bunch. So as you may or may not know, I started this thing a few months ago where I design decks for each episode of the podcast now and publish them. So every time we talk about a card, I build a deck around that card. So I end up playing a lot of games just for that. So, but aside from that, I have been playing something that's not with any new cards. I've been playing a lot of Gamora in like my free time. Gamora is a hero that has been a real slow burn for me. So early on, I just didn't quite click. It didn't work for me. But my playstyle has evolved in the past few years. I do less of the build out, and I have been pushing more on tempo and like faster games and pushing damage. And Gamora is great for that. So I've been playing mostly aggression, and then I sprinkle in some protection events. Oh, wow. Primarily Counterpunch and True Grit. So Counterpunch and True Grit allow me to defend and trigger her ability in the villain phase as well. So True Grit is when you defend, you thwart, you remove from a scheme equal to your thwart, and then Counterpunch, you deal damage after you defend equal to your attack. So both of those allow me to trigger her ability in more phases. So just trying to get the maximum out of that. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward Gamora. But she's really fun, and I love that I'll sometimes go 2 or 3 rounds into a game and still have nothing on the table. Like I've not played any cards out. I'm just pushing events and just doing stuff, and I love it. It's good. It's been fun.
All you need is keen instincts, baby. That's it. Just slap those down. They can pay an event, same turn. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, I love seeing the sword in my opening hand. If it's in my opening hand, I'll play it every time. If it comes out of my second turn, I'll usually play it. And then after that, it just depends where we're at. It may not get played after that.
Yeah. I like running her with lock and load. Basically, that card is stapled to her now. So it's such an easy way to get the sword out while, continuing that tempo. Because, man, the sword can be a huge tempo hit. It's like the only thing in her kit that costs more than 2. Mm-hmm. And so, besides the sword, she's just flinging events left and right.
Yeah, the lock and load is a good call. I have used it a little bit. I have kind of moved towards superpower training a little bit more because if I get the sword in my opening hand, lock and load is dead, but superpower training can still pull keen instincts if I haven't found all of them. So I'll sometimes put that out. But there's a lot of games where either I won't play those PSSs out, the player side schemes, because like the games we're getting towards the end, it's not going to matter anymore, or I've already found everything. But Gamora, as she's found a new life in kind of my new play style. So,
man, I love to hear that. Gamora was an early favorite of mine. She was like my first hero pack I ever bought, and so I just immediately fell in love with her. Played her a ton, and fell kind of off the Gamora bandwagon a little bit lately, but still holds a special place in my heart there. So very cool. Joe, what about you? What you been playing?
Mostly I actually been playing Vision.
Same.
Hey,
just to be getting ready.
Who you running them up against?
I did a couple Black Widow and Enchantress. Run through the new ones, basically.
How you like Enchantress the more you play her?
Huh?
How do you like Enchantress the more you play her? You know, we've kind of, the newness has worn off. It's not the new, brand new pack anymore. Do you still, are you going to go back to her?
Yeah, I think so. I like her a lot. I think she's going to be in my, normal plays.
Oh, really? She's going to stick in, that 10 rotation or whatever?
Oh, God, 10? Is that what it is? Yeah. Probably.
I don't know. Just the ones you break
she's
out.
She's still new to me. I like her. I want to, try new heroes with her, because all the heroes haven't touched her yet, so.
BoomGuy, have you played Enchantress yet?
I have. I've only played her 2 or 3 times, maybe. Same with Loki.
Yeah.
But I liked what I played of her, and we actually designed a mod set that will come out at MCDC that is kind of designed to work with Enchantress, so stay tuned for that. I don't want to give it away here too much, but cool. It's going to be good. So
that's awesome.
Very cool. Well, I have been playing a lot of Vision as well, but Joe, last episode, BoomGuy wasn't here for it, but last episode I took Mansion Attack in our draft, and you said you don't play him at all that often. I was like, I haven't played in a while, so I dusted off Mansion Attack and played it, and man, it was more of a slog than I remembered. And I wanted to ask you guys this: when you play Mansion Attack, do you play 2 or do you play the required 3 villains?
I
always do 3.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do the 3. I found very similar to you. I went back to that not that long ago and didn't enjoy it a ton, actually.
I was the same way. I actually took it in our draft and I was like, I like Mansion Attack. I haven't played it in a while, but I like it. And then I played it and I was like, oh man, I truly my board was set up. I was fine. But after I defeated the second stage or the second villain, I was just like, I don't want to keep playing. I want to do something new now. This has gotten just really bogged down. So. Yeah.
Some of those villain and locations or scheme combinations are kind of not fun.
Yeah.
Anything that makes you discard cards, looking at you, Toad, just isn't a lot of fun, actually. That's a crappy mechanic. In my opinion,
that's one of your pet peeves, right? I've heard it before on Winning Hand. If I have to discard stuff, Lady Deathstrike, her mod set's full of discard a card. It's it just makes the game less fun.
Yeah, that's not fun. I come to the game to play the game, and if the game that I'm playing against tells me to not play the game, what are we doing? I don't know. I
have less game in my hand than I did 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, this isn't a great time. I don't know. Yeah. I'd rather you discard things from my board than from my hand. Discard from my hand just means this turn sucks. My hand is empty, and I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't know if I agree with that because Caught Off Guard, I wish I could burn that card. That one, I hate it more than anything else in the world.
Nah, it's some of the best art in the entire game. I love that art.
It is good. Well, cool. Well, if that's what we've been playing recently, we will move on through to the topic of the night. I want to take everybody in the time machine back to when they picked up Vision. And BoomGuy, I'm not sure if are you a guy who played from the core set, or did you come in halfway through somewhere?
No, I came in at the beginning. I picked up the core set with the first Hero Pack releases. So when Cap and Miss Marvel came out, I got in at that point. So I've been in since the beginning.
And you've been just getting the content as it comes out since then, basically? No hiatuses in there?
No hiatuses. I've been picking things up. Before I moved my old game shop, I just had a standing order, and they would reserve whatever came in for me and call me when it was in, and I would just pick it up. I've been up to date the whole time.
So this will be interesting for you more so than me and Joe, since we came in kind of halfway through. When you first got Vision, your first gameplay with him, was he an immediate hook, or was he a slow burn, you had to play him several times to get the full enjoyment out of him?
I think he was a little bit of a slow burn for me. He has a famously bad precon. So for people who didn't live through the living card game experience. So between the time he was designed and he was released, there was some significant rule changes that happened that really killed his kit. So he came in protection with a lot of defense events, but the rules around defending changed between when he was designed and when he was released. So by the time he was released, playing defense events counted as defending, where they didn't used to. It used to be like defending meant basic defending. But by the time he was released, cards like Defiance counted as defending because they're defense traded, which means half the cards in his kit couldn't be played in half of his form, which made it kind of an awkward kit. So like cards like Defiance, which may have come with him, but there was other ones too. Like you couldn't play them in half of your mass forms. Ooh. So his kit didn't really work very well. So immediately people scrapped it. And no, I don't have like a thematic pull to the character. Like I don't know anything about Vision. Yeah. I watched the MCU.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Do you like the MCU, I guess? Is what it is?
Yeah, I mean I was into the MCU like everybody else, and then I was out of the MCU like everybody else is currently. It was good and then it wasn't. So yeah. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it, but I didn't have like a pull to Vision. I thought he was kind of a weird character in the MCU. There was like this weird romance with Scarlet Witch that didn't make any sense. It makes sense if you read the comics, I guess. But so I've gone back since then and read some comics and like learned about his lore because I just fell in love with the hero so much in the game. But yeah, I like played him a little bit, kind of set him aside. Didn't hate it, but didn't love it. And then just over time played it more and more and more and just really fell for his whole kit.
Yeah, that's interesting that you had that experience because that's sort of mine in a microcosm. Like, I played him a couple times and was like, yeah, this is fine. But then as time went on, I grew in appreciation for him. Joe, what about you? When did you pick up Vision? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly. I mean, I bought so much in that first little, like, what is it?
Fire sale time
period? Like first, 5 months of, like, me getting into the game. He's probably in there for sure.
When did you guys get into the game?
We both got in.
Motives, wasn't it?
Right after Sinmo. Yeah, before Nova and Ironheart dropped, but after Sinmo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is this your first LCG?
Yes. And since then, we've both bought into Lord of the Rings LCG. So
big Lord of the Rings LCG fan here, too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Big fan. I've got everything. Yeah. It's good.
I think it would be my main game if it wasn't just so damn hard all the time.
100%. Yes, 100%. I prefer the theme. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings guy, so I prefer that over Marvel. I just prefer this game over Lord of the Rings, especially the later content is very punishing.
Yeah,
I can just get this to the table easy, and I like it.
100%.
Go ahead.
I asked because, I think the experience of an LCG is just fundamentally different if you're living it in real time than it is if you get in after it. 100%. I think if you're getting in with the mutants, like a lot of people are, first of all, there's a ton of backlog of content. There's also just a ton of cards you will never touch because better cards have been released.
Yep.
So everybody doesn't have the experience of playing a bunch of these cards that are just like meh, but that's all we had.
Yep.
And I just living through what like a release comes out and there's new deck building cards and like how does that change every hero that's come before and how does it expand this and what does this hero do? Like all that is really, really cool. And this is the only one I've lived in real time. I got in at the end of Lord of the Rings. So I've really enjoyed that experience. And so every hero like comes out and you play it a lot because that's the new hero instead of just getting 40 heroes at once. And you're like, I don't know, why would I ever play Vision? He's kind of lame.
I 100% agree. I can feel like my own card knowledge being better, like mutants and forward, because that's kind of where I got into the game. And it's like if it got printed as I was living the game,
yes,
there was a higher chance I played that card at least to try it out. Whereas, like you said, like I'm buying all these packs and it's like muster courage. Didn't even realize that was a card until you said it. So it's like,
Yeah, but like you live real time, right? You have that knowledge, and it's maybe not great now, but then in a couple of years, you're like, wait a minute, I could go back and play Muster Courage. Wasn't there a card that did this or that? Like, that's great.
Yeah. So very cool. Yeah, I picked it up right, and I look back at my orders, and I picked it up right as like
looked it up. Okay.
Yeah, I had to look it up. Right as like Storm and Wolverine and them were coming out, I picked up Vision as I was buying those 2 packs. And yeah, he probably sat in my box, didn't play him a lot. And then, as we go along and I realized I hadn't played him a lot, I bust him out. And just probably a month or 2 ago, man, I don't even remember why I pulled him out. But yeah, pulled him out, had a really, really great time with him. And then just continued to play him since then. And I've played him a lot more over the last couple months than I had in the last years previously. So
I have noticed you talking about him more lately.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and segue into just our overall high level thoughts, like a 30-second blurb of what we think about him. BoomGuy, feel free to take 10 minutes here because, you got to talk about your boy.
I got a lot to say,
No, but I think high level to me was, we always like make fun of like Spectrum for being like sugar circles to Storm's Cheerios. Vision always felt like sugar circles, Shadowcat to me.
Shadowcat, yeah.
And so as the sugar circles, it's like, yeah, he's fine, but I'm not going to play him all that much. But then the more I played him, man, there's just a lot of really good value there. Like Solar Beam, like I joked about up front, you guys are the Solar Beam to my dense and intangible form. It's amazing to have 3 cards that are massive thwart or attack cards, whatever you need at the time.
Yeah.
So that plus the thinkiness of what you're going to need to do next turn was lost on me, I think, originally. It's like, man, I want to end this turn in this form so I can go to that form first next turn. You know what I'm saying? So that thinkiness was also lost on me a little bit that I came around to. So, he went from Sugar Circle Shadowcat to, no, he's got his own lane a little bit that he can drive in.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I appreciate about Vision, like at a high level the most, when I'm playing the game, what I enjoy the most is like moment to moment tactical decisions. So I like having a handful of cards and looking at what's at the board, what needs to be done, and like handling certain things. I think it's different from a lot of people who will build a deck that, and I've done this too, but you build a deck that has a specific loop, that has a specific combo, and you're just going to abuse that combo kind of regardless of what the villain throws at you. Like you're just going to stick to your plan because that's your deck. I love that Vision can just do everything. And I think we're going to talk through some of his cards, but like how many heroes have piercing in their kit, can also ignore crisis icons, can flex big thwart and big attack.
And can get those at the drop of a hat, too.
Yeah. They have built-in card draw when you flip. They have, 2/2/2 stat. He's got this amazing damage reduction, right? Like he's got really everything. You want to discard villain attachments? He's got that. You need a built-in confuse? He's got that. You want a built-in stun? He's got that. Resource generator, retaliate. Like he has all these things, and you can really make of him what you want. And just love that he can adapt minute to minute. Like how many heroes have retaliate? There's like 2 or 3. How many of them can discard attachments? 2 or 3. But Vision can do all this stuff. So I'm a big fan.
I mean, I think that's the case. Is like kind of a jack of all trades, a shitload of flexibility inside this kit. Joe, what do you think? Give us your high level thoughts.
I mean, I like him, but he's just. For me, he's probably just in the middle of the hero.
Let your hate flow, Joe. Come on.
Dude, I don't hate him. Dang. I don't hate him. I agree with everything y'all say, but I don't know. He's just, I guess
mid as
I like.
Fuck. No.
That's what I think, yeah. I just don't like that when you go intangible, he can still get hurt over like 2 attack, anything above 2 attack. I just think like the older, like maybe if I would have played him like earlier on when like a lot of the minions were like 2 attack or less. But it just seems like a lot of the minions I play with now have more than 2 attacks, so I'm still getting hit from them or something like that. So I kind of like, I like Shadowcat just because like when I'm actually intangible, I don't get hit. Like I don't know why I'm suddenly half intangible and I get hit with Vision. So that's the only thing that really bothers me. But like I agree, like I think you can get any event you need, especially with that one card. What is it, density control or something? Where you can flip and you discard it and you just go find whatever you need. Like he's great. Like his events are top tier. I agree with that 100%. I just like that my intangible boy actually be intangible, not half intangible.
Look up intangible, the definition of intangible.
That's the only thing that bothers me. So I just like to play Shadowcat because I like to be intangible, like actually intangible.
I can see the master of all trades, or I'm sorry, jack of all trades, master of none theory a little bit. In Vision, where he's kind of good at everything. I don't know if he's particularly great at everything, but we'll see. You guys want to get into his cards?
Yeah, I'm always ready for that.
All right, well, let's go through his kit one card at a time, starting with his alter ego kit. So his alter ego is relatively standard. He has 11 health, 3 recovery, 5 hand size. The only thing that's different is the 5 hand size and alter ego. But with dense mass form, you get +2 recovery, and with intangible mass form, you get +1 hand size. And then you go and put in your mass form upgrade. So any thoughts on alter ego It's pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean, it just from here you're going to see the theme of him, right? It's versatility. So like, you want more recovery, you got that. You want more hand size, you got that. I think the one wrinkle here is that he starts the game with 5 hand size rather than 6, because you draw your hand size before the setup happens. So you'll draw your hand of 5 cards and mulligan, and then you put this into play with the setup, which means you don't get the +1 hand size until after you've already drawn up. I will forever insist that that is not how that is intended. And
oh boy, I'm
Fantasy
in trouble.
Flight.
Let me go ahead and tell you I've been playing this wrong.
Yeah, that's not how that's intended. The spirit of it, I think, is just that you're supposed to have 6 hand size, but the way the setup rules were clarified after release, we even asked Fantasy Flight, and they doubled down and said, no, it's meant to be that way, which makes no sense. He doesn't need to be nerfed, but that's the letter of the law.
What's that meme with like Nick Fury's like, I'm going to ignore the council because they're fucking stupid. That's what I'm going to say here.
Yeah, it's bad, but technically that's how that goes.
Wow.
Okay.
Learning new stuff here, y'all.
But he does look dapper. He's like that drip he's got with the sweater vest is amazing.
Yeah.
Dude's got drip. I used to wear sweater vests, and then I stopped because people made fun of me. Joe used to make fun of me.
That
Who would never do that? What are you talking about? There's no way.
That's all right. I'll get him out of the closet.
Probably secretly was jealous. You'll always look good. Looking crisp,
I'll wear him
man.
to the con next year. I'll wear a sweater vest.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be looking good. Okay. Yeah, so flip up, hero form 200, and then action, you can change your mass form by flipping it once per round. So we'll go ahead and get into his 2 forms. So intangible, mass form permanent, vision cannot attack or defend, and then reduce the amount of damage vision takes from each attack by 2. So Joe talked about it a little bit, where, you know, he was saying like he doesn't really love the intangible not blocking all the damage. You know, it's a little bit difficult because like Shadowcat, you're forced to flip her. So, but with intangible, you know, we'll get into it a little bit with the decks I was building, but it is fun to be able to just kind of leave a minion and just because I kind of disagree a little bit where a lot of the minions still attack for 2 or less. And so you can leave a minion on the board for a long time, as long as you're intangible and just thwart away or whatever. What's y'all's thoughts on intangible?
I think this is my favorite part of Vision because I think this is what makes him the most unique. I think it's a little odd that it doesn't reduce each instance of damage by 2, so it's only attacks, which makes it a little weird. Anytime you take like those little 1 damage or something,
or not,
yeah, you can take it, which I think is a little odd thematically. Like if you're reducing the attack by 2, you should just reduce it by 2.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, this is usually what I kind of focus on with his builds because it is what's most unique about him.
Yeah, it's neat, like I said, not having to have to like flip back like a Shadowcat. You know, she can do it once, but then she's got to flip back. Joe, what do you think?
I mean, I like Shadowcat's version better.
I'm sensing a theme.
That's me.
All right, we'll go to dense form. So he gets 2 to his other 2 stats at that point in dense form, and then after you change this mass form, draw a card. So I was going to say it is really nice to start out with basically 7 cards, but now BoomGuy's telling me I should only have 6 opening hand.
Yeah, you should only have 5 and then flip to get your 6th.
Flipped the dense to get the 6, but still, it is really nice. This is where I think you start to have to puzzle out his game, you know, a couple turns in advance, you know, trying to get the flip, you know, if you want to keep a couple minions out to do, you know, whatever, or you can't take care of a minion, so you have to stay intangible and then go get it into dense form the next turn or something like that. This is where the flipping really, when I was playing Vision, I was thinking harder than I had in a long time with any other hero than maybe like Magic because of trying to figure out what the timing was with his flips.
Yeah, a lot of people will just say flip every turn and you draw that card and that makes him boring. I think he's not a flip every turn, your mass form. I think you kind of want to sometimes, but you want to be in specific forms for specific things. Yeah. I also want to point out that like he gets +2 attack and +2 defense when in hero form from this mass form, but that anything that interacts with his printed attack or printed defense will still have 0. So cards like Rogue, for example, where you deal a damage to him and take the printed stats, it doesn't actually work. It's still a printed 0.
Yeah.
Dang. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, and the highlight of his kit here, no, I'm just kidding, but one of the major cards of his kit is his SIG ally, Vivian. So she's a 1/1 stat line, 2-cost ally, but depending on what form you're in, you either get +2 thwart or +2 attack. Man, she's a lot of fun. I know, Joe, later on we'll talk about it. I think you played a sidekick deck with her.
Yep.
I've never sidekicked her, but she's fun to like throw an upgrade on and do like reboot stuff with before we got sidekick. But she's also really great once you get Hickory Branch Lane out or whatever, just going down to Alter Ego, getting her back out a lot of times and just getting the 3/4 to 3 to attack, whatever you need quickly is super awesome.
Yeah.
Joe, you got thoughts on Vivian?
I mean, I do. The Hickory was just great, especially for sidekick, because I could just instantly go find her. I didn't even put any other androids in, so I was just like, just her. That's all I want.
Yeah,
So
I think
fun.
I should have used this as my flavor town. This is also an excellent choice here.
I love you.
Yeah. No, I think Vivian's great. You know, I think a lot of people, and I have said this many times, I think a lot of people got Vision. They realized that Vivian is like easily abusable, and they did that, and they kind of stopped their exploration of Vision at that point. And so I think a lot of people are still frozen with the idea that, well, Vision is really just Vivian, and so you just abuse Vivian, and that's how he plays.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to him. I don't even play Vivian all that often anymore when I'm playing Vision. Like,
Oh, wow. That's
because
cool.
I'm just like, my palate is a little more sensitive. I'm just like, working on those higher flavor notes. No, but like we talked about, she comes in and she gives you, again, just like Vision, whatever you need. You need thwarting, you need attack, she can do it.
I think about like Falcon with Red Wing. You know, people just spam Red Wing over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and that got so dull to
How
me.
boring is that?
I did not love. I still don't love Falcon, but I really, truly just didn't enjoy the Red Wing spam. You know,
No,
just
but I
play
think
him
it's
again,
like baked
play him
into
again.
his kit. You know, like in
Yes.
a way, he almost has to do that.
You have
Vision
to
doesn't
do
have to do this.
something,
Yeah, so I felt a lot of times like you said, like I'd play Vivian, use her to get 3 and chump her, but like didn't feel the need to have to just spam Vivian all the time. It was fun because again, I'm a simple man. I'll spam 2-cost allies all day long, play a spike deck, no problem. But like you said, there's other things at work here in this kit that you don't have to go spam Vivian every time.
100%.
So to tie into that was his alter ego support, the Hickory Branch Lane. So exhaust this card, search your deck for an android ally. BoomGuy, I want to get your thoughts here because most of the time this is just exhaust to go get Vivian for me. I'd say 95% of the time this is exhaust to get Vivian. But I think there's a lot of interesting androids out there, especially in protection, that you can go do some weird stuff with.
Yeah, I love this card because there are a lot of awesome android allies. Like some of my favorites, for example, Jocasta is a great one. So I will use this to get to Jocasta to get his awesome defense event, mass increase, and then hold that until I'm in the right form and use it. That's great. If you're building a deck where you're staying in intangible form a lot, Machine Man is great because you can pump him up with resources to do damage if you're not attacking. Victor Mancha is great because he can defend and take less damage, so you can use him to kind of absorb minions if you're collecting them in front of you and you need to switch to dense form. Vivian's great too. Like, there's a lot of really awesome androids. I hope we get more because there's like only really 4 or 5 that get used, but they do serve a lot of purposes for Vision. So I love this card. And if you don't even want to play them, if you flip down to Alter Ego, you just have an extra card in your hand. Like you could just grab Machine Man and you have a 7th card. So
I don't know how many times this smoothed out a hand for me. Like, man, I'd really love another card to get this support out. It's like, well, I'll just go Alter Ego and, pull Vivian just a pitcher and get her next turn anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
Joe, you played with some androids in protection, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the Protected, or what is it, Matcha, yeah. And then Machine Man. They were fun. I was using
Machine
them.
Man, dude, he is a lot of fun in like I know this is going to irk BoomGuy, but he's a lot of fun in a Bishop deck. I know you're not a Bishop guy, but Machine Man, what's that?
Machine Man's really good. He's underrated for sure.
Oh yeah, it is crazy just to pitch 1 or 2 cards to get a huge thwart or attack. Man, he's come in clutch so many times for me. I will say the one thing that bumps me out now we're talking about androids is that I can't use Gray Vivian. Well, I guess I can.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's unique, so I can't.
Yeah, that is unfortunate because I think she would fit really well. But yeah, sadly, no.
I've had Gray Vivian be ridiculously clutch at times, like guard minions or random, crisis icons. I don't know. I've had her be clutch more than she hasn't been clutch.
Also, any strength and diversity deck has Gray Vivian in it for sure, because she has 3 traits, and they're unique traits.
Yep. That was a bummer. I remember, this is a tangent here, but I was playing Angel one time, and he does all the aerial stuff, and so I was building like an aerial ally deck, and I was looking through my cards for an aerial ally, and I was like, oh, Angel, he's 2 cost, or because he's an X-Men or whatever, and then threw him in my Angel deck, and then literally drew him up, and I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, I can't believe I just went through an entire deck build and threw Angel in an Angel deck. So I did think about putting Vivian in this deck, in my decks, but I didn't. I didn't break that many rules.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Solar Gem. So this gives him the aerial trait, so he can do flashy hone dive bomb stuff if he wants to. We're here for it. But yeah, a 2-cost wild resource generator. This is just like a what's not to love type card. I mean,
this card's
not a whole lot to say about it. But
yeah. I love this card. This is a cheaper, better Quinn carrier, and it gives you aerial. And it's just whatever resource you need, which is awesome. This what's not to love, like you said.
It's a perfect card, honestly.
It's funny because I don't ever really do aerial stuff with him. Do you, Joe? BoomGuy?
Oh, me? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I have ever actually done anything aerial with him.
Ever Vigilant is a great card for him in protection. I use that one a lot. And if you add that into his green decks, he has like a surprising amount of thwart in his deck. But Ever Vigilant is a card I use fairly often if I'm playing green with him.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, the readies are good.
Mm-hmm.
Ever Vigilant's it's just a great card. Generically great.
It is.
I play her with Silk a lot, and I know Silk has to do something to get aerial, but I still find it really consistent and really awesome for her too. So, Ever Vigilant's a good shout here. All right, Vision's Cape. I'll have to say this is one I don't play a lot. So depending on what form you're in, you get a bonus. Either you get Retaliate 1, or if you're in dense form, or you get Stalwart if you're in an intangible form. This one's not hitting the board every game. Joe, what about you?
It's definitely my later ones. Unless I have like a stun or confuse on me, I'm like, I'll just get rid of it.
Ooh, I like that as kind of an on-demand status removal. I didn't think about that.
Usually I would say, I agree, it's usually the back of the deck.
That's the best thing about it. I think if you have a villain you're playing against that gives out a lot of status, you put this down, and then anytime you get one, you can just get rid of it really easily. And it also gives you Retaliate. Retaliate is a hard keyword to get. There are not very many heroes that can get Retaliate. Same with Stalwart. There are not many heroes that can get it, right? I think Rogue can get it, and I think Storm can get it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And Retaliate, is Black Panther, and that's it. So this is just extending, like, he gets really weird keywords that are hard to get. You can build stuff with him. Like, you could get Retaliate 2 if you add in whatever that protection card is. The one that gives you...
electrostatic armor.
Yeah, the one that gives you Retaliate if you're above full health.
Dauntless.
Dauntless, that's the one. So you can get Retaliate 2, and then, you can get effectively Retaliate 3. But yeah, so this is cool. It's not one I play all the time, but depending on the build, you might put it in.
Honestly, I was just thinking about like what a breath of fresh air Vision must have been after the kind of really, really wacky wave that he came before. Like Valkyrie and Nebula, which I like Nebula, but she's kind of janky. But I couldn't, thinking about living through kind of getting Vision after getting those hero packs, I probably would have clinged to Vision too, just based on being able to do things where those heroes sometimes feel like they're really not able to do things.
Yeah, I mean, he came with, like, that whole wave is Spectrum, Adam Warlock, Nebula, Valkyrie, and War Machine. That was his wave. And I will say, I don't know if I've ever shared this on the podcast before, but I'll tell you guys, this was the point that I almost left the game.
Wow.
Valkyrie,
I could see why.
and Vision and War Machine, and I was like, I don't know, man. I feel like we're kind of out of characters that I know or that I care about, and it was deep in COVID, and some of these things, like Nebula, I don't like a lot of that wave. I like War Machine and Vision, and Spectrum, actually, but the rest of them I'm not crazy about now. So this is when I almost got off, but then I was like, well, I'll stay in, and then it got better.
Yeah, and some of those, I mean, even though I like them, Nebula, I like her, but I could see her being really awkward for some people and just not fun. So
Yeah, same with all those, like Adam Warlock, Spectrum. Anyway,
when did you start your podcast?
2023, spring of 2023. So it was, I think, like Sinister Motives was the thing that was out then. So it was after this, and then I was like, I started the podcast, and
you got back into it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
It's amazing. Again, we're sidebarring, but like you being able to build a deck every week for a niche card. Every 2 weeks maybe, but like the She-Hulk deep dive you just did, and I know you said you got some more coming up, but like building a 3 decks for She-Hulk in a matter of a month, it's like that's a lot of She-Hulk. You know, like
that was too much.
Do you ever feel burnout?
Man, now we're getting to like the real questions. Yeah,
Sorry,
for sure. No, I mean, it happens. You know, I think it actually happened maybe a little before She-Hulk, but like during that, I just have started to feel kind of like I need a break. And so I haven't been playing a lot. You know, I play to test my decks because I want to share decks with people that I at least have some experience with and I've tried and are not just like thought experiments. So I do try them and I test them because I think people enjoy seeing ideas and stuff. And so I share those. But I've been playing less these days, like on purpose, so I don't burn myself out because
makes sense.
I feel like I do a lot of Marvel Champions.
Because you even do the MCDC stuff now too.
Between MCDC and I helped with Con of Heroes organization last year and the custom cards that we do, and the episodes, all hands on decks, and the regular episodes and the gameplays, and I'm on probably an irresponsible amount of guest appearances.
Well, we appreciate this one. This is the last time we'll ask you. I'm sorry.
No, man, I really enjoy coming on talk because I don't have to edit this and I don't have to do all that after the fact and create a thumbnail. But no, it happens to all of us, you know. And so I'm kind of taking a more deliberate pause just so that I don't burn out because it's my favorite game and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to burn out on it.
No, I understand. Yeah, we had a taking out the trash episode where we played the worst heroes, and
that was a mistake.
Oh my god, dude! I was texting Joe like, "I'm melting down. I'm never going to play this game again. I hate it. And the podcast is over. 3 episodes in, we're done." It's like,
I mean, you have to, especially as content creators, right? Like, when this now we're talking to like all the 10 people who make content, but you really have to. For me, I focus on making content that I think is interesting, that I would want to watch, rather than responding to metrics. Like, I think it's really easy to get sucked into like, oh, this video or this episode did well. I'm just going to do that all the time. And I think that leads to burnout very quickly. But, you know, we have kind of an irreverent podcast where we talk about weird cards that maybe people don't care about. Or maybe they do, I don't know. But I have a good time with it. So talking about She-Hulk or Toe-to-Toe or Great Responsibility, like I think that's fun. So I don't talk about the new hotness. I don't rush to review the newest stuff. I don't do top 10 lists. No.
No, I appreciate that because you make me care about shitty cards. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like
takes them out of this box of shame.
Yeah, Great Responsibility is a good one. I had a lot of fun. That card's actually good.
There you go. See, and there's so many times where it's like, you think a card shit, and then it just comes in clutch a couple times, and you're just like, I love this card now. I don't care if it's mathematically good. It's my favorite card now.
That's what I love.
Okay, sorry. Back on Vision. Sorry to
no, I love this.
Take you down an emotional roller coaster there, but
this is great.
So 1 cost upgrade, density control, it's a superpower traded. Hero response after you change your mass form, discard this card, add a vision event from your discard pile to your hand. This card is amazing.
This is amazing.
I love this. This is a great card.
It is the clutchest card in the history of all hero kits sometimes, I would say, because just being able to go get exactly what you need when you need it, solar beam, is the card I'm reaching for quite a bit here. But again, it gives you that flexibility. Joe, what would you say your number 1 card you're reaching for is with density control? And are you laying down a density control most of the times you see it pass through your hand?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love that superpower. I like, honestly, a lot of this stuff superpower. So it's easy to get down. It's only 1. Yeah. But yeah, it's usually solar beam, I would think. Yeah. Unless something else I needed, like piercing or something for the strike or something. But
BoomGuy?
I mean, 11 of his 15 cards have his superpower trait, so Def Focus comes in really clutch with him.
So
but
great.
this card is great. You know, if you like cards like Aggressive Stance, where you search your deck for an attack event, Vision had it first and it was better. If you like cards like Generation X, Vision had it first and it was better. You know, like there's so many cards that try to ape what this card does. This is incredible. It's so easy to change form because, you know, you just on demand, you can do it every turn. So you can change to Dense Mass form, draw a card from that anyway, then discard this to go get another card that you want.
Yep.
You know, this is like when you're trying to end the game. Also, he has 2 of these and you can have them both in play. There's not one limit.
Yeah,
so you can just go get 2 Solar Beams. As long as you can pay for it, he's fairly wealthy. Yeah, you can just play it. Or like Joe said, you know, sometimes it's not that one. Sometimes it's, I need Piercing. I'll go with Super Dense Strike. Or sometimes, you know, Red Skull, and he's got that stupid Luger. Well, I'll just go get Phase Disruption. Like, this
Get
is
it confused
so great.
and rip it at the same time.
Yeah. I love this card.
This one was so clutch to me because there was a couple times where it was like I was kind of close to dying because my intangible form didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Like, you know, it's like, he's only hitting for 2 and there's a triple boost and then like, you know, a villainous minion or whatever. So I took more damage than I wanted, but I couldn't go down yet. I'm mostly a solo player. So I went and got density control to give me his defense event, his one of defense event, and use that to kind of stay up just one more turn, which, you know, we'll get into his defense event here in a minute, but that was clutch. In that moment, I needed that or I was going to lose the game.
Yeah.
So,
it also like,
thank you for the tagline, Vision did it first and did it better. Well, that's going to be might as well just be the episode description.
I love that. That's the title of this episode. No, I think it's also clutch to know that it's not just an event, like it's anything. So if you have to discard your Solar Gem, if you have to discard your Cape or your Hickory Branch Lane, you could just go get it back again. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one has been super clutch, and like Joe said, Def Focus makes this like free every time. It's slapping the board routinely.
Yeah, it's a great card.
Okay, so next the pride and joy, the gem,
his best card
of his deck. Yeah, this being a 3 of is not. Sorry, I'll read it first. Solar Beam is a 3-cost event, and then if you're in dense form, it's 7 damage, and if you're in intangible form, it's 5 threat. So, you know, 7 damage is like 1 off of Swinging Web Kick, which is kind of like the curve there that you want to hit for a hero card. But the flexibility of this is, bar none, one of the best events in the game.
Yeah, you're not trading a lot of damage to get that, right? Like, it's right there. Yeah, 100%.
7 damage is still a game ender. Joe, what do you think?
I love it. Honestly, I love the 5 threat. Like, that just seems more than normal, I feel like.
Yeah. Do we have any more 3-cost thwart hero events? I'm trying to think. I don't know if we have anything that expensive in any other hero kits. Mostly 1 or 2 is usually kind of the cost curve or the cost on hero events. But yeah, we'll get into it when I talk about the deck, a couple of the decks I built. But 5 threat is a huge chunk of threat to be able to take off.
Yeah,
that can just completely destroy a whole side scheme even for me.
Specialized training. I mean, I use specialized training in a lot of his decks because that's 1 Solar Beam. Boom, he's specialized trained now.
Yeah.
I don't understand exactly how he's using the beam from his forehead to thwart something. I get the attack piece, but I don't understand how he's being specialized trained by shooting a beam from his forehead.
I don't get the thematics of it, but I'm here for it. You know, one of the things I really, really like about this card also is it's attack and thwart traded. So if you're playing an aggression deck, Martial Prowess can help you pay for this, even if you're thwarting.
Ooh.
And if you're playing a Justice deck, the Skilled Justice or whatever, the one that generates a mental resource for a thwart event can help you pay for this, even if you attack. So,
damn, that's smooth there. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Fun little tech there.
I mean, we'll talk to it in a minute, but like, since he's an Avenger and he's got Solar Gem, Quinn Carrier, Helicarrier, and Solar Gem are all at play here, and he can feel pretty wealthy. But having, like you said, Martial Prowess or whatever the aspect resource generator is, that's another one that's just going to help him feel relatively wealthy to pay for these solar beams.
These cards always feel cheap, at least when I get them.
Yeah, he has a lot of money, especially like mid to late game. He's got a bunch of resource generators, and you can usually play 2 of these in a turn, and then just you're ending the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree, because like I think when I first saw Vision or played Vision or just looking through his cards, I'm like, ooh, 3 cost, that seems high to be able to do stuff, you know. But I'm playing this mid game, and then like you said, late game, I can rip 2. Sometimes if I'm lucky, 3 off if I'm getting really spicy with it and coming up from alter ego. So.
Yeah, I mean, how many 7 damage bursts can you do in Justice, right? You can Sense of Justice and Depth Focus makes this a 1-cost card, 7 damage in Justice. Crazy.
That's awesome. So, and this being a 3 of is you're seeing this all the time. It feels like you're getting them all the time. So, you know, sometimes you have these big attack events or these really great cards, but they're only like 1-ofs in the deck. And so he's got one of them here in a second we'll talk about. It's just a 1-of. And so it's like, well, I passed this my opening turn, and now I may not see it again. Mm-hmm. So can't say enough good things about Solar Beam.
It's his best card, I think.
Yeah, I agree there. Joe?
No, I agree. I think it's the best. Ain't no doubt.
And then his next event is actually super clutch too, though. Like you said, BoomGuy, he's got piercing, which, especially with his, you know, upgrade that lets you go find the card. Dude, toughness did not matter when I was playing Vision, because I felt like I always either had Super Dent Strike or I could go get it relatively easily. And like with his intangible form, I could just, if like his Nemesis, for example, Ultron has toughness, I could just sit intangible 1 turn, let him hit me, I don't care. And the next turn I go get Super Dent Strike and nuke him. So the piercing feels really good here.
Yeah, he has access to so many keywords. I mean, I think Overkill might be one of the only ones he doesn't have. He has access to status. But yeah, if it's piercing, and 5 damage with piercing is actually really, really good. Yeah, like Piercing Strike is 3 damage in piercing, and this is 5 damage at piercing. That's all. I mean, I'll play this even if I don't need to pierce. Just like I have it in my hand, I can still 5 damage.
Yeah, 2 for 5's on the curve. So it's like, even if you don't get the piercing, you know, I've played this to hit the villain and then follow up with a Solar Beam to end the game.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I'll say is I'm sad that it can't kill Ultron in the 1 hit.
That's true.
I'm sure that's on purpose, but like,
yeah, that's
he's
true.
6 health? Is that right?
Yeah, he's 6.
Yeah. God, how many times did you get Ultron, Joe, playing some Vision lately?
I think I got him every single time. I think I always get him.
I found him surprisingly difficult to deal with for some reason. Like, I don't know if it was just the board state at the time, but he was a little bit spicier than I thought he was going to be. So,
and then you always get the minions too, his little tiny minions or whatever they are.
Yeah, you got to put the card in as a drone.
Drones.
Yeah.
All right. His Thwart card, so is his 1 cost just passing through, superpower again. Play only if Vision is in intangible form. Remove 3 threat from his scheme, ignoring any patrol keywords and crisis icons.
Amazing.
So, yeah, it's a great card. Again, 1 for 3 is so good. Bypassing all the things. If like you're in a weird spot in a pickle and you need to get some Thwart off, you know, because you have a patrol or whatever, you can get by it. But the thing I found especially great about this card in solo, most of the side schemes are 3 threat. And so again, he's got Solar Beam to go get the 5 off of like specialized training, and now he's got this 1 cost event to clear build support and superpower training. So he feels really good. Like 3 just feels like a good number of threat to pull off at 1 cost.
Mm-hmm. And ignoring crisis. And I just have to also say, like, I know this is an audio podcast, but I encourage people to go look at the art on these cards. It's really good. And all but 1 of his cards are custom art, so not even from comic panels. So I don't know if there's any other heroes out there that have so much custom artwork. So
yeah,
worth checking out.
Wait, which one's the one from the comic? Is it
Vivian?
Is it? Oh, okay.
The rest of them are all custom, including his mass form card.
He's beating the shit out of Eladra Hydra people in all of his art. That's the theme there. It's just killing minions. So I like it.
He's ruthless.
Joe, what do you think about it?
Oh, just passing through. Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know. 1 for 3. It's nice.
Can't beat it.
No, I know. Superpower, easy to play.
Mm-hmm.
Vision did it first and did it better, you know?
I mean, I do agree it's better than Shadowcats, because Shadowcat, you have to put down the attachment, right?
Oh, those are terrible.
Yeah, they are. I agree.
Those cards are bad.
Yeah.
You know, I will say Yeah, those cards are dead in Shadowcat, and there's not a whole lot of just dead cards here. His cape, and we'll talk about one here in a second. But yeah, I mean, I agree that yeah, he doesn't have a lot of dead cards here.
No, I don't think so. I play all.
I mean, 1 for 3 thwart is good.
Yeah. Vision Cape's the only one I probably don't play really that much. That's about it.
This feels like a good time to bring it up, though. Have you ever? The only time I've had frustrations with Vision is when I don't want to flip forms for whatever reason. I need to do something the next turn, or I need to stay intangible because I can't take the hits, and I need to go play an attack event. That's the only time I've had these feel bad moments with Vision.
Yeah, that's what the kids call a skill issue.
You need to get good, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Have you considered getting good? Yeah, I mean, that can happen, right? A lot of his cards do depend on what phase you're in. So sometimes like, oh, I really want to, discard this event or discard this upgrade for the villain, but I also want to attack, so I can't flip. And there can be some awkwardness there, but I think it's usually, for me, it hasn't been an issue, like doing what I need to do with him.
It's a little bit like Nebula, where the awkwardness is kind of part of the fun of figuring it out. So, for me.
Agreed.
All right, so his next event is a phase disruption. It's a 2-cost event. Play only if you're in intangible form. We just talked about it. Choose an attachment from that enemy with a hero action or response. Discard that enemy, and you get to confuse the enemy. I found this really clutch. I mean, 2 costs for a confuse as a solo player by itself is solid for me. I enjoy being able to just do that a lot of times. And then, just getting to peel the attachments, just kind of a fun bonus.
Yeah, this is the most situational card, I think, for me, even more than the cape. Like, there's just times when there isn't an attachment. Like, some villains don't have them, or they're just not out at the right time. But there's so many times I can think of where I drew it, and I'm like, oh, like, there's that damn Luger again. See ya.
Baron Zemo. I will hold on to this and then wait to flip Baron Zemo and then rip that sword immediately. It's like,
heck yeah. A Drang Spear. Like, there's so many attachments. The universal weapon from Ronin. Suck it. Like, there's just so many things you can get rid of with this. And again, this was not a thing that anybody in the game could do until Vision could do it.
Yeah, there you go.
He was first.
What do you think,
always. It's situational, but yeah, I like it. Comes in clutch.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as a solo player, I found the confuse a lot of times just, hey, I want to go down, I need to confuse.
Yeah.
Boom.
I've
cheaper than Professor X.
Disruptive. And just go grab it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's nice confuse.
Also, we have to talk about this dude in this picture is just like, he's not disrupted, he's dead.
Is he getting his heart phased out of his body?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. That's not disruption, that's murder. But
That's murder.
Phase murder. Yeah, you would think he would be taking the gun in this art, since that's kind of what the theme of the card is. But no, he's just punching this dude's heart out. That's one way to disrupt it. So
yeah, we did a whole episode on this card, and we spent a lot of time talking about that.
Okay, very cool. Oh man, that's great. So here we go. Hot take. His most mid card to me is his last one in his kit. It's a 1-cost event, mass increase. Play only if you're in dense form. It's defense and superpower traded. When Vision defends, prevent all damage from that attack. Stun the attacking enemy after that attack resolves. This is a good card, but I think it would be pretty busted if you didn't have to defend, but I hate that I have to defend to use it.
Agreed. I think the fact that it's one of, and the fact that you also have to basic defend, really limits the usefulness of this card. I mean, I find that I love playing this card if you're in protection and you can have Jocasta, because I can just stash it for when I'm in the right form. Because the other thing is that you have to choose what form you're in before you draw your hand. So, I may want to play this card and flip to dense form, and then I don't draw it, and I'm just like hosed, and I'm taking a big attack without my intangible benefit. So, this is, I think, I agree. This is the card that I am the most meh on.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a fun card. It feels like I want to use it, but it just feels janky with most of the time I'm trying to end intangible to go dense the next turn to get that card and do all the other things I want to do. And it felt like me trying to use this card was like fucking up my flipping. I wasn't flipping the right way because I wanted to get this card to work, and I should have just been like, nah, I don't need it.
Yeah, I always have it at the wrong time. I feel like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I flip down to tangible and draw it. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to hold it.
That's why I like you talking about the Jocasta, so you just have it when you need it. That's because I don't use that card. I don't even think about it.
Yeah, playing him in Injustice and Aggression recently, I ended up just having to, because I want to like this card, but because I'm a sucker for like prevent all damage, I just love the text prevent all damage in every card form. You know, Bucky, Shadowcat, there's a couple others, but I love that idea, but it just never really worked out that well for me.
Yeah, and like you have to prevent a lot of damage, I feel like, to really feel good about this card.
Yeah, true.
And often
because it's like if you're blocking a 3-hit attack, it's like, well, I could have been intangible and taken one. So what?
And save the resources, right?
Yeah. So that was all of his cards. I mean, overall, like I said, I think my favorite card of his is Solar Beam, without a doubt. I think overall he's probably somewhere in my top 15-ish, 20 heroes in fun. Probably top 15. Top 15. BoomGuy, what about you? Where's he at for you?
I mean, he's my number one. I have played so much Vision. He always just feels like, you know, a hot cup of cocoa on a winter day where I'm just like, oh, like this is easy.
We don't have those down here, so I don't know how
that's
that's
true.
true.
I'm from the frozen north, but you know, like at the Con of Heroes when it's 1 a.m, I always have a Vision deck. I can play it like with my eyes closed. I know all the cards. I know what I'm going to do. So it's comforting. It's easy. It doesn't take a lot of brain power unless I'm trying to do something really tricky. I have built some decks that are a little weirder with him, but yeah, I think he's just really good, and his versatility just means that whatever is happening on the board, I can respond to it. I love him.
Yeah, I'm thinking about some of my own favorite heroes, and when you just like said those type of things, like play with my eyes closed, he's that comfort food type hero. I get
you can play Magic with your eyes closed, right?
I probably could, dude. I've played enough Magic. That's how elite I am. You guys have skill issues, not me. Joe, what do you think? Where's he at for you?
He's probably in the like 30s mosh pit.
Yeah, aggressively mid.
Yeah. Jeez.
I think that's where he lands for most people, to be honest, and the community overall. I think a lot of people just kind of forget about him.
Yeah, I think he's all right. When I play him, I have fun. I like it, but then I'm just going to go play somebody else.
I think the problem is like, you know, you saying all these amazing things about him because he can do so many things. He's really great, but nothing. I'm probably going to catch some flack from you, but nothing just jumps out immediately like, oh, 3 for 7, that's good. Retaliate's good. You know, Confuse is good. All these things are good, but nothing is like, this is so much up and above everything else we've ever seen. Vision doesn't really have that. So he's definitely a sum of all the pieces. Is greater than the whole. I don't know. I messed that phrase up, but you know what I'm talking about. So
I think you can also, like, I can see the argument that you play him, and because he has so many like form cards, you can just. I could see you playing a game and being in the wrong form for your cards a lot of the time. Like, oh, I really need to be in this, or like, oh, I flipped to dense form to draw a card, but I really need to thwart. And of course, now I do Solar Beam, but now I'm in the wrong form for it, and I want to defend, but I don't have mass increase in my hand, or, you know, like I can see that. I think density control smooths a lot of that out because you can always grab whatever you need. But yeah, I mean, I could see the argument that you just feel frustrated that you're in the wrong form, or he only has 2 of these cards or 1 ofs. Yeah.
You really have to think through your whole turn. It's like you got to get all your attacking out of the way and then flip and do all your thwarting stuff. You know, that's oversimplifying it, but you really got to think through, you know, what you're doing every turn. So, all right, Joe, you want to talk some decks, and BoomGuy will just kind of get your vibes on, you know, how we played it. We won't like share these decks or anything, but just general ideas of what we were trying to do and accomplish with each one of these. So we each took 2 aspects. Joe, you took protection and leadership.
Yep.
I took aggression and justice. You want to talk about one of yours first?
Sure. I guess I'll go protection.
Okay.
The main thing I was doing on this one was I was doing the form stuff. So I was doing perseverance, and what was the other one I was talking about? Oh, ready to rumble.
So what did those do?
So the ready to rumble is the one whenever you flip a form, you get to discard the card and ready. And then perseverance was when you flip forms, you get to chain, or you get a toughs card.
Okay. So you had lots of toughs going.
Yeah, it was fun. I was trying to do that. I just like Daredevil cards, so it had Daredevil on it. And he has a form switcher, so it was nice. I haven't done that before. Usually, I think we even talked about it before the show, but I usually do like a repurpose or something.
Yeah, I think repurpose feels really good with him. So when you didn't do repurpose, I was pretty excited.
Well, I was trying
Because
to do
that's what I
something
would've
different. I was trying to do something a little different. And
That's cool. How smooth did it feel like getting these cards out? Because there were times where his SIG kit is so good that I felt like I was ignoring some of the aspect stuff I was doing because his SIG kit is just
Dude, I didn't have many protection cards. I just really wanted perseverance, and some of the androids really is what I wanted.
Did you put Jocasta in there?
Yeah, I have Jocasta and Mach. I put like all the androids in.
Heck yeah.
Is there any other androids in the other?
In other aspects?
No,
I don't know.
they're only in protection and basic.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
That's weird. Well, BoomGuy, do you play? What's your favorite aspect with Vision? First off, and then protection. Kind of, what's your go-to comfort food deck for that?
I think protection is the one I play him in the most. I think that's where he's probably best, just because he has those Android supports.
Yeah.
I think the repurpose build. I was just looking through. I published a deck a couple of years ago with like a repurpose kind of do whatever you want deck, which is really fun. I think he's really good controlling minions. So cards like Pinned Down are really great because you can be in intangible form and pin a minion down and essentially negate up to 4 attack.
Oh, wow.
Which can come in really clutch. And then, Ever Vigilant, of course, is always great. And then there's other like cards that are in protection that really help, like Iceman and Karma, for example. Like more, if you want to get into like a really heavy minion control deck.
Very cool.
I think my favorite aspect, of like the most fun I have, is aggression. I think there's like one kind of big archetype that he does really well that I'm sure you'll touch on in a minute. But but he does quirky stuff too. I published a deck, I don't know, last year sometime, using the card Protector, which is a 4-cost ally that you both forgot existed. Protector is fun. It's an android. I'm not going to sell it. People on my deck, so you can find me on Marvel CDB if you want. But, there's like weird loops you can do with him. And
didn't you do some like Rogue Protector combo?
Yeah,
that's
that one where Protector, when she would take any amount of damage, you spend a mental resource and reduce it by 1. So I built a deck where Rogue could hit Protector, take her 3 attack stat, and then when Rogue touches Protector, she becomes an android, so you can both game time Rogue and reboot Rogue, and then Rogue became this beast. And it was a super fun deck, and I did a write-up with the Philip K. Dick novel, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Yeah, such a great book.
Turned into a movie, so that was the whole write-up. If you want to go look up that, you can. But that was a super fun deck. So I think protection is my favorite, or like what I play him in the most and what he's best in, because those allies. But aggression is probably just like the most fun for me.
I love the idea of Rogue just sapping the shit out of Protector over and over again, just like carrying her along with her, like by the neck, and just punching the villain as she's draining like android juice out of her. Just it feels good.
Yeah, rebooting Rogue feels good too.
Yeah, it's like better game time. So yeah, that's awesome. Very cool.
Well, now I want to know what the aggression is. What's the aggression?
Well, I'll go through my aggression deck real quick, and then BoomGuy, you can comment on if I touched on it or not. So my whole thing I wanted to focus on really both these was just minion collecting. That's like you said, intangible is if I had to pick the thing that he can do that's different than everybody else was just negate 2 damage over and over and over again. So I wanted to focus on that with kind of minion collecting and bring it. So basically the whole hook for me was using spoiling for a fight and just, generically getting minions as they come to collect minions, staying intangible, and then play Bring It to draw a bunch of cards and then like go hand and clear the board. Minions? Yeah, like ignore them for a while, and then in one fell swoop, once I get Bring It and have enough minions, is like just completely go off on them. I didn't really get to do that as much as I wanted to because I found his SIG kit, like I said, just doesn't have a lot of stinkers. And so they're just good cards. And I found myself playing them more than I was playing or trying to set up my aggression stuff. But when I got the big Bring It turns, Jesus, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty quickly, like when he came out, Bring It was discovered as a card that really works well with him. I love collecting the minions and playing Bring It. If you use Face the Past to go get Ultron, you can get even more of them because you can turn your deck into Ultron drones. And I think my record of card draw is 20 and with one Bring It. Because you just let the drones sit in front of you and then basically draw the rest of my deck. So if you use Face the Past early and get Ultron out, then that there's going to keep pulling out drones.
Did you have any cards in your deck to take, though?
Yeah, you basically just draw the rest of it.
And 20 in front of me, and then 20 in my deck, and I'm just pulling.
And then cards like Bombs Away. Once you have your Solar Gem out, you become Aerial, and Bombs Away is an action that is not an attack, so you can play it from intangible form, and you can exhaust an Aerial character to deal 3 damage to the villain and every minion. So you can in one turn you can draw 20 cards, play Bombs Away, wipe your entire minions away, and then pivot to dealing damage. So that's a super fun deck, and then that's
pro grade there, folks.
It's super fun. Spoiling for a fight, I think, is less good than looking for trouble, unless you're looking to thwart side schemes, because looking for trouble thwarts for 3, and spoiling for a fight effectively thwarts for 2 if you use his basic thwart.
Yeah, I flipped on that one, looking for trouble versus spoiling for a fight, but I was using specialized training, so I was going to get one of those up to 3, and so if I ever wanted to use and draw a card off my basic, so... I don't know. I think looking for trouble probably generically is better.
I mean, but spoiling for fight lets you thwart other schemes. But yeah, I mean, I think you also use if I stay in aggression and intangible and try to do Bring It and stuff, I'll use Boot Camp a lot and put out allies like Hercules. It's great for the minion collecting because he can essentially come in for free, and then with Boot Camp can deal 4 damage 4 times. Sentry, Angela is great. Wolverine. So anytime you have like Boot Camp, I just let the allies do all the damage, and then he can manage the thwart with Solar Beam and his basic thwart, stuff like that. So
now I'm thinking about Two Gun Kid, the new ally that's coming out with whoever that is. It might be fun for him.
Tigra.
So,
yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah, I had fun with them in aggression, but I think I like my Justice deck a little bit better. I'll go through my Justice deck, and then I'll have Joe finish us off on leadership. So with Justice, again, it was some jank, but it was a lot of fun when it worked, where I wanted to kind of collect minions around over time, and I was using Infiltration to thwart while also collecting the minions. And then I had the Raft in play, so I was like kind of letting them sit out there until I was ready to kill them, and then kill them, throw them in the Raft, and remove the threat all in one kind of fail swoop there. Again, it got to the point where I was like just using his Sig kit more than I was using his Justice stuff, but there was a time when I had like Ultron, a couple drones, and I was being able to collect a bunch of people in the Raft and do a bunch of thwarting while also killing. So that felt really fun to do.
Yeah, I think Justice is probably the one I've played him in the least, because I feel like he has so much thwart in his kit already that it can become overkill.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I think he's got a lot of hooks in there too. There's cards like Yaw and Roll are great for him. Obviously, Lay Down the Law is a great card for him. Quake is another good one that works. Overwatch is great. Solar Beam and an Overwatch is just an awesome combo.
That's cool, yeah.
Like a 10 thwart blast there. That's awesome.
Just rip it, So
hell yeah. Yeah, I guess I just haven't used the Raft all that much because it just felt like I never, as a compulsive board cleaner, it's like I felt like I never had a scheme and a minion at the same time and needed to clean both. And so I was like, well, with Vision, I could just kind of let the minion sit there until I have a scheme to clean, and then let the Raft actually do something for once. So that
Infiltration
was cool.
too.
Yeah, Infiltration was neat. But again, it sometimes felt like, why would I pay 1 for however many when I have, whatever his thwart card is, just passing through, sitting right here, and it's just as good. And I don't have to take a minion. It's like, well, Jesse, you're trying to take minions. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have to now. The spike in me is just coming through. I couldn't break my mold that much.
Yeah, you got to lean into it and try to do some of those minion decks with him and just get as many as you can.
Yeah. That does sound like a lot of fun. I don't know if my heart could take it, and my skill issues might shine through, but it'd be fun to try.
The big issue there is his obligation, which can instantly lose you the game in that case, because if you have 20 minions in front of you, because it negates your mass form. So if you have 20 minions in front of you and they all hit for 1, who cares? But as soon as your mass form is turned off, then they hit you for 1 times 20 and you're dead.
I love the theme of Vision, like sneaking around in invisible mode or whatever, just like, like, oh, nobody can see me. Then all of a sudden he gets his obligation. He's like, poof, right there. And he's like, hey, there he is. Get him. And they're just like dogpile him. So,
Yeah.
Because even if you flip down, they're all going to scheme, right? So it's like an instant loss.
So you can't flip down either. Then, you really struggle.
Yeah.
So the obligation and minion collecting decks can just instantly end the game because you can't flip down or you'll scheme out, and you also can't stay up because you'll die.
That's so funny to think about. Like, you've got the perfect, you're just waiting for Bring It to finally get that huge turn, and then you just pull your obligation. You're like, damn it. Nope, that one's going away. I'm pulling another one. Great. Very cool. All right, Joe, take us home with leadership. What you got?
I probably went pretty basic on it, but yeah, I got the suit up, side by side, all that for sidekick for Vivian. And I just went with, Inspiring Presence to help ready up, heal, and ready up the ally. Or ready
What
up
does Inspiring Presence do?
That's the one where if you have the Avenger trait, you can heal 1 damage from the ally and ready it.
Basically,
so
reboot.
Vivian.
Okay, so it's like another reboot, like you said.
Yeah, it's pretty much reboot, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, it's another one, like a card I
I had
never used.
that, so I was like readying Vivian like over and over and healing.
Reboot's
I use
an
a lot
awesome
of reboot
card.
just on Vision. I
Yeah.
don't even.
You don't even need an ally.
Limitless stamina, but better.
Yeah.
It's such a good card. I mean, it's in almost every deck I play with him, to be honest. Like, you get a little bit of healing, you get it ready.
Include.
It's so good.
It's just never a bad play, ever.
Right.
So, especially with like his intangible, a lot of times he's not taking that big of hits, and so the 1 health feels really, really good.
And just thwarting, too. Like, you thwart for 2, heal 1, ready, thwart for 2 more, and then, that's just good.
So Sidekick, did that feel... I've actually never played a Sidekick Vision deck. Always wanted to. He's an obvious choice, case for it. But felt smooth, or did you like your protection deck better?
I think I had more fun with the protection deck, but the leadership was fun. It was good. I mean, she was hitting for everything. She could smash things, that's for sure. There was no problems with anything. And I was readying her, so she would sometimes she'd just hit for 8 or something, or thwart for 8. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because you can put other things on. You can put Inspired on her, and you can put other stuff, and then she just goes crazy.
So how much Sidekick do you play with Vision?
I don't play a ton. I think he's one of the best candidates just because he has an ally who is really strong in whatever you need. Adding Inspired makes her even stronger, and it's one of the few Sidekick decks that I won't usually run a suit up in because I find that you don't need suit up if you can go find her with 616 pretty easily.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, side by side, reboot, Inspiring Presence, get ready. You can just blast out huge turns with Vivian.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Cool. Very cool. Well, that was all of our aspect hooks for Vision. Any other high-level Vision decks you want to shout out, BoomGuy, while we still got you here?
Do you do any pool?
I have done him in pool. I don't think he has a ton of synergies in pool, to be honest. I did it last year at the Con of Heroes. We did an all Vision game where everybody played Vision. And this year at MCDC, I'm going to run another all Vision game, I think, but we're also going to battle against Vision with the new Civil War expansion. So
nice.
Cool.
Super excited about all that. But yeah, I think Vision is great. And for me, he fits what I want to do with the game, which is just respond to what's happening on the board and be able to make those kind of turn-to-turn decisions where I look at my hand, see what needs to be solved, and solve that problem.
Yeah.
I get if he's not for everybody, right? Fun is something that it's subjective. I can't tell you what's fun or not fun. But for me, he really hits it, and I just always feel good about playing him. So, big fan.
Definitely. Well, that is awesome. Thank you again, BoomGuy, so much for coming on. I had an awesome time. I learned actually a lot about Vision.
I actually did learn how to play Vision correctly, maybe.
Man, I learned cool hooks I didn't think about. I learned I was cheating basically my entire Vision playthroughs.
Yeah.
So, man, it was an absolute treat to have you on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me on. And let me just say to people who are still listening, please take 30 seconds and leave a review on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or wherever you're listening, because it really does help the show. I think it's really awesome what you guys are doing here. I am a big fan of audio podcasts. I really appreciate that you guys go old school and you do audio and you do content that is different and it's to your taste. And I like that you guys aren't kind of milquetoast generic. Here's a top 10 whatever cards. Here's the the latest review of whatever. I like you do different stuff. You do college football things, which makes no sense to me. And so I didn't really listen to that one very much because I don't get it. Yeah. But I like that you guys have a unique take, and no, your podcast has been a breath of fresh air. So thanks for having me on.
Well, man, I really appreciate that. That's awesome to hear because we do it because we love a game, and we're silly guys who just talk about different stuff.
We talked about it on the phone a lot, so make a podcast about it.
Yeah, so like you said, it's about making what you find fun. Like you have an awesome podcast talking about a lot of times hedge cards, and you're so awesome at bringing out the best in them and highlighting them. So yeah, we super appreciate you being on and had a great time.
Yeah.
So
thanks.
With that, I'll sign us out. Spidey out.
Peace.
See ya.